Cricket presents The Warmup, and thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Ted Madden. The calendar has flipped to October, which means we should finally be getting that crisp fall pigskin weather. We can hope at least. Let's get you ready for some football. District 3-6A has been quite surprising this year. In the past, it's been Euless Trinity and everybody else. Not this season. Several contenders have emerged, and we preview a battle for the top spot in that district in the lineup, presented by Xochitl, Chips, and Salsa. Boswell and North Crowley are two teams on quite a roll right now. They are both 5-0, and they meet Friday night in a huge game at North Crowley. The Panthers have scored at least 6 touchdowns in 3 of their 5 wins and have picked up signature wins over Lovejoy and Trinity. Chris Jimerson has been awesome behind center as he's thrown for over 1,000 yards and 14 touchdowns. Meanwhile, DeJuan Lacey and Cornelius Warren are gobbling up yardage in the Panther ground attack. Boswell has been scoring points in massive amounts as well. The Pioneers average 45 points a game and have also had a big win over Trinity. Baseball star Sawyer Farr has been leading the way for Boswell, not only in the air, but on the ground. The key to this game may be North Crowley linebacker Samaje Burrell. If he can get to the quarterback, it might be a clear advantage for the Panthers. Another huge game out west is Burleson Centennial hosting Denton Ryan. Centennial has been having fun defensively this year, as they have not given up more than 2 touchdowns in any game. On offense, the Spartans run the spread option, which can be confusing for opponents to stop. They are 5-0, and a lot of that is due to the way Philip Hamilton runs the offense. However, Denton Ryan is still Denton Ryan, and if Centennial wants to move into the top tier of that district, they are going to have to solve the Raider defense. Since losing their first game to New Braunfels, Ryan has allowed only 24 total points in the last 4 games, behind Texas A&M commit Anthony Hill Jr. This is a huge game for Burleson Centennial, as they can make a statement in district play and announce themselves as true title contenders.
Enjoy the authentic flavors of ancient recipes. So thin, so crisp, so good. So chill.
Come into Cricket Wireless and get any LTE Android free when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Argyle Liberty Christian dropped down to TAPS Division II this year, and they seem to be liking the new competition. The Warriors are 5-1 so far under second-year coach and former Dallas Cowboy Jason Witten. We caught up with quarterback Jacob Vaughan and heard his thoughts about playing for the future Hall of Famer and much more on the recruiting trail.
Probably a school where I can learn to become a great man and eventually in the future help create a family, but I also want to look for a program that wants to win and one that'll make me into the best athlete that I can be. I'm a dog. That's all I'm going to say. I'm a dog. I'll run through somebody, I'll chunk it deep, I can do whatever you want me to do on the field. I'm actually a hooper. I love to hoop. I love to play basketball in my free time. But I'm a bit of a tech guy. I like to mess around with technology in my free time, just hang out with friends, stuff like that. Liberty Christian as a whole has changed my life. The people I've met, the opportunities I've got to do, it's made me a better person, a closer relationship with God, and it's a great place. He honestly has pushed me harder. He's made me want it more than I ever have. And his knowledge has also expanded my knowledge in the game. It's almost like we're connected. Whatever goes from him comes down to me. Just to have confidence. Me growing up, I have had a lack of confidence, and so now that I'm older and more mature, just have confidence in yourself and know that you can do it. Trust your abilities, and just once you trust yourself, you'll be able to do whatever you can do.
Come into Cricket Wireless and get nationwide 5G plus a free 5G phone when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Look for our cameras at a lot of big games this week, but unfortunately we can't be at all of them. Let's take a look at some of the games you need to watch for in the hype. Interesting game in Colleyville this Friday as Heritage takes on Fort Worth Southwest. Colleyville is coming off a second-half collapse against Grapevine in their annual rivalry game. The loss dropped the Panthers to 3-2 and 1-1 in district play, but they expect to bounce back against the Raiders. Luke Ulrich pulled down 10 catches for 121 yards last week for Colleyville Heritage in a losing effort. As for Southwest, they are also 3-2 and 1-1 in district play, having taken a tough 14-6 loss to O.D. Wyatt a couple weeks ago. The Raiders have a lot of experience, but their most electrifying player is sophomore Raylon Carter. Southwest needs to pick up an upset win to put them back in the playoff picture, and they hope it will come Friday night. 11-6A gets back at it this week after every team had the bye last week. Most fans are waiting for the Duncanville-DeSoto matchup in Week 10, but the Panthers have an interesting matchup this Friday. Waxahachie has proven to be at the top end of this district as they are 4-1 and 1-1 in district play. The Indians fell down big in the first half against DeSoto and could have given up, but they fought back to make it a game until the Eagles pulled away at the end. Iverson Young and Jaden Becks lead a formidable multiplayer ground attack that has helped Waxahachie keep the ball from their opponents. Duncanville is undefeated and hasn't had a close game in 4 weeks. Caden Durham has 6 rushing touchdowns for the Panthers, and quarterback Keelan Russell has found a favorite target in Lontrell Turner. Reginald Samples does not allow his teams to look ahead, so expect the Panthers to be ready for this one. Frisco Lone Star has been hit with the injury bug early on this season, and it's led to a couple of district losses. However, the defense stepped up big against Liberty to get them into the win column. We see how that win earned the Rangers a title belt. Plus, we preview a team who may win this week's belt in the Buzz. Lone Star came out on a mission against the Redhawks of Liberty, especially on defense. The Ranger D caused 4 turnovers that led to 28 points. Plus, Lone Star held Liberty to only 196 total yards and 10 first downs, as the Rangers won 69-14 and earned themselves a defensive title belt. This week, keep an eye on Everman as a possible title belt winner. The Bulldogs have given up 19 points or fewer in 3 of their 4 wins and have home field advantage this week against Arlington Seguin. That's going to do it for today's show. For even more high school football content, be sure to follow us on our social media accounts, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Ted Madden, and I hope we got you warmed up for all the action.